Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an awesome day. I have just fake tanned, so I look a little bit crazy right now. I know. Just ignore it, because I know I look a bit crazy. If you have not guessed yet by the title of this video, I am going to be going through my foundation routine. So this will be kind of like my primer, my foundation, my concealer, my powder, my bronzer, my blush, highlight and setting spray. So that is the kind of order I do it, and I'll go through it and put it on my face and tell you what products I use on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, that's that video. That's what the video is. So if you want to see how I create like the perfect base for me, then do keep on watching. So depending on how I'm feeling and how my skin is on the day, I will use a primer. Not every day do I use a primer, but it's just probably, if I'm going from like a 7-day week, probably 4 out of the 7 days I will use a primer. The two I go between are the Professional by Benefit and the Smoother by Estee Lauder. They both do the same thing. I love both. They both minimise pores, but today I'm going to go in with the Smoother because I've literally, this is empty, so I've run out of this. So I'm going to go in with this one today, and I get, oh, this is running out too. Squeeze it out. I get a decent-ish amount on my fingers, so about this much. And I use my fingers to just blend it in. And I focus it more kind of, well, where the pores are most. So I always go straight in on my nose and just blend it across the cheeks, down here, and on the face. Just like that. So the next step in my routine is my foundation. So my everyday foundation, pretty much all the time, it does change from time to time. Sometimes I use the number 7, I think it's called the Beautifully Matte. So that's quite a nice one actually, that one, but I've kind of started using this one every single day and not changing it much. And it is the Estee Lauder Doublewear foundation. I do work for Estee Lauder, so I do have the privilege of trying out these products, but all my reviews and everything like that and my opinions are completely honest, and I'm not going to put something on my channel that is rubbish. And I'm pretty sure you probably would have heard of Doublewear before. It is an incredible foundation. I'm in the shade Cool Bone, which is really, really nice. It's quite a light colour because I'm very pale. I do need to try and find one to match when I have my tan, but for now this is all I've got, so I'm going to put this one on my face today. And what I do, a lot of people tip it on the back of the hand, or you can buy the pumps that go with it. I'll show you. I use the Real Techniques Beauty Spatula, I think it's called. Yeah, Beauty Spatula, and I literally just dip it in and rub it on my face like that and then blend it out afterwards. And then to blend it out, I first use a flat brush. This is filthy, I know, I need to clean it. I use the Prep brush, also from Real Techniques, and this helps to kind of really keep that coverage full for a start. You can see like it just goes such a long way with this. However, it does leave brush strokes, this brush, so what I do, once I've blended it enough with the brush and kind of got it where I want it to be, I use the sponge, the Real Techniques sponge. This is also filthy, please ignore it. And I just go over the top. And I do use this damp as well. I just go over the top just to get rid of any brush strokes and get that kind of flawless base. There you go, so that's that side done. I forgot to say at the beginning of the video as well, I do already have my brows on, obviously. I have got a separate video on that, so I will link that down in the description, so you can have a look if you wanted to, but I didn't see the point in doing my brows in this video as well when I've already got a video on it. The next step in my routine is my concealer. And I always, every single day use the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. It's like $3.99, $4.99, whatever it is, and it's incredible. I love it so much. I go through about 2 of these a month. Actually, probably not that often, but it's not far from that. And I start in small sections because it does dry down quite quickly. So I start with just my eyes first and I blend it out with my sponge. And then I just go down the nose first. I need to get some more on here. So again, just working in small sections. So there you have it, that is the foundation and concealer on. You can see it's just really brightened up my eyes basically. That's what I use it for most, and to cover up some little spots as well. So the next stage is to powder. I use the Stay Matte powder from Rimmel and it is in the shade Peach Glow. I have a feeling I picked up the wrong one, the wrong colour this time, but it still works, so just go with it. And I basically use it, instead of using it on a big powder brush, I use a dense, pick it up off the floor. I use a more dense kind of brush and that helps to really pack the powder on. So I start with it just under my eyes. So that is my foundation and concealer set with powder. That's pretty much the base there. This is the part where I just take a couple of steps back to just focus on my brows, because when you put all this powder product on, it's like your brows they're like a little bit creamy, if that makes sense, like some of the foundation goes into your brows. So I just get a little brow gel and I just go through my brow hairs. And so the next stage is a little bit of bronzer to add a little bit more definition into this face, because Lord knows it looks a little bit flat right now. So the bronzer I use is Hoola by Benefit. A lot of people think this is very warm toned. It is, but I kind of like that in a bronzer. So yeah, I don't use the brush that it comes with. I don't know why, I just don't like that kind of flat brush. The brush I do use is a Morphe brush. This came in a set, so it doesn't actually have a name of the brush, but it's kind of like this like slanted brush. I think it's classed as a blusher brush, but I use this as my bronzing brush as well. A lot of people use a big brush for this, but this is how I personally do it. And I coat the brush and I focus it kind of here and around here. I don't do my jawline because it ends up looking like I've got a beard. So the next step is a blush, and the one I use every single day, actually no, this isn't the one I use every single day. I go between this and Sensuous Rose from Estee Lauder. This is the Rockateur, I still don't know how to pronounce it properly, Rockateur blusher from Benefit. I've got this tiny little one that came in like this little black plastic. I found it in Southampton Boots months ago now, and it's lasted me ages. So if you can find the minis, I wouldn't bother buying the big ones because they just last ages. And I take it on another one of those kind of angled brushes. I can't say it. I can't say blush and brush at the same time. The second to last step is, of course, a little bit of highlighter, my favourite step ever. So the two I've been recently using when I do want a bit more of a blinding highlight is either my Jeffree Star MannyMUA collection with the Eclipse highlighter, or I use something from the Sophdoesnails and Makeup Revolution highlighting palette. Do you know what? I'm going to be a bit extra and put both on, because God knows, you can never have too much highlight. So firstly, I'm gonna go in with the one in the Sophdoesnails palette, and I'm gonna go for the kind of peachy, champagne-y colour here. Oh, I think I just dropped it. Oh my God. It's okay, guys. Oh, this is nice. Guys, I will blend this out with a brush in a second, but I'm just gonna add some Eclipse on top. I don't know if any of you guys have had a Jeffree Skin Frost before. It gets this kind of weird, I don't even know what, like, it goes weird, like a weird texture. And I don't know why, but when I go over there, I can never get the pigment to work. I think I'm gonna have to scrape it off, but I don't want to because it's still got the pattern on it. And I think it's from the oil on a brush, because I use the same brush every day. I don't clean it all the time. Right now I look a little bit like the Tin Man, but we're gonna fix that. I'm just gonna grab the same brush that I did my powder with, my first powder, my Rimmel powder, and I'm just gonna go over every single bit of highlight that we've got, just to kind of tone it down a little bit. So the last step in my routine is of course setting spray. I always seem to do my setting spray before I do my eyes, and I don't know why. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but that's what I like to do, because sometimes, you know, when you kind of have loads of stuff on your face, it goes a bit like tight and cakey. I like to just go in with the setting spray first, just to kind of melt it all together. And the two that I go between are the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray, which is this one, or I use the MAC Fix Plus. Today I'm going to go in with my NYX one. So yeah, this is the matte finish. It does come with a dewy finish one as well, but because I like my matte foundations and everything like that, I stick with the matte one, and I just spray it on my face. Like that. So that is it for the foundation and everything on top of the base. I will go and put on some eyeshadow, liner, lashes and lips and mascara, and I will be right back. So there you have it guys, that is my foundation routine and the end of this week's video. If you did enjoy the video guys, please give it a big thumbs up. It really makes me happy and really helps me out. And also if you want to see a tutorial on this look or anything like that, just let me know in the comments section below. Before you click off the video, do click that subscribe button as well. And all my social media links are in the description box below as well, so you can check me out on there. There's Twitter, Facebook, is it Facebook? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and something else. Can't remember what the other thing is. But yeah, all the links will be in the description box below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye!